I was in Baghdad during the war, et cetera, see, bodies and so on. Normally, it doesn't have much effect on me. I kind of tuck it away, and whenever I'm done and get home, take out the papers, take out Time and Newsweek, and then it's like I was never there. I experience it all over again, like a consumer, like a normal person. But the New Orleans thing, for me, and I think a lot of my colleagues, they said it was unique. It was more powerful because it was America. I mean, it was people we were used to. It was people we felt close to. Not people who speak a foreign language or in a town or a place that looks different. I was there with a producer who I'm very fond of. She's a woman from California. And when we were in our satellite truck feeding the raw tape for this, which would be interesting, I should have brought that. Anyway, so we're feeding about 45 minutes of tape, and I hear kind of a sob, and I look around and there's just tears just streaming down her face. You don't see news people cry. The kind of reporting that was done here really had more of an edge to it. People, were outraged. Everybody, So I think the short answer to your question is that it did affect me. I was more emotional about this story. Not in a bad way. It's not debilitating, but than any story I can imagine. Because it just went on, and it was a combination of kind of sad and mad, which is a very potent combination of emotions, You go to a school bus accident, you're just sad, You go to a school bus accident that goes on for 2 weeks, and you start to say, what's going on? But one thing is that there's always the flip side. There are always people who go out of their way to help. And so no matter how horrible something is, there are always people who are heroic. And I don't use that word, I don't think being in a high-rise that gets hit by an airplane makes you a hero. But if you put aside your life, and grab your truck and put a boat on the back, which people did from Florida all the way to Texas, and just converged on New Orleans, just to, off the books, just like, hey, let's go, that makes you feel a little better. And it balances out some of the suffering.
You able to get in the Superdome after I heard they weren't allowed that media in the Superdome. And second, what do you do if, say for instance, like the mayor of New Orleans isn't willing to talk to you? So what do you do as far as writing a piece for the news if they're not willing?
I'll answer the last one first. I never saw the mayor of New Orleans when I was there. He was holding news conferences, and the good thing about working for a big organization like NBC is you can always call in and say, what have we got? And they'll just tick it off, But I've never laid eyes on Nagin, period. But, we had people who basically were, around every time he briefed, and he talked every day. So, except for the 2 days that he reportedly disappeared and went to Dallas to install his family in a hotel, but that's a different issue. The other thing is, when you're in a chaotic situation like this, the rules just go away. Not only do you drive any direction you like on one-way streets or drive backwards on the freeway, but the police really, when there's a breakdown of law and order, it benefits the media to the degree that you can go places and basically you just don't listen to anybody. We would go to the Superdome and if somebody says, this is closed, you just walk 50 feet away and just go in past somebody else. So we just did anything we wanted to do. And the convention center, the poor people there who had no food, no water, and this is very important, no guidance about what the plan was. Also, there was no restriction. We went anywhere. And not only gives you access, but it also helps you debunk a lot of the stuff that people say.